Welcome to the world's first Skyrim playthrough that doesn't include 14 terabytes worth of sex mods. The furthest I've ever gotten in Skyrim after multiple attempts is up to that first spider boss fight, because I am known to have the largest case of arachnophobia ever recorded in a human, or should I say Argonian. Shout out to the 55 to 64 year olds who are watching my videos. Just for you, I'm naming my character Bullsuck Fartchungus. Go tell your wife that one for a cheeky laugh, with the increased chance of getting lucky for the first time in a few months. My mission in this video is to get so strong I am able to close my eyes and kill the frostbite spider once and for all, so I can finally experience the full game of Skyrim for the first time. Because as a wise man once said, don't overcome your fears. Genshin Impact twerk compilation, Abraham Lincoln or something, I don't know. The game begins with a meme template I've seen more times than a naked woman. This is my first time seeing. No, okay, I'm just messing around. This isn't even my footage. As my head is about to be taken off, this dragon rips ass all over these imperial twats. I escape with this fellow prisoner, and here is where the video breaks into two parts. So think of this video as a pick your path book, but your only two choices are to either watch my existential suffering, or I sell your information to the general public for a free McDonald's fruit bag coupon. I progress through the story for about 40 minutes, and here's what happened.
Okay, surely they can't come back down here.
So after wasting the last 40 minutes of my life, I start fresh, but I have learnt 3 new valuable lessons that will aid in my success against the spider. Lesson number 1. Use flame powers to keep your lizard gonads room temperature at all times. Lesson number 2. Imperial guards are sexually attracted to concrete walls. Use this to your advantage. Lesson number 3. The bears aren't angry, they're just horny. Using these 3 new lessons, I take Raylof's advice and head towards Riverwood. Whilst heading to Riverwood, I head inside a cave to try and find anything useful against the Shaquille O'Neal sized spider. I take out some bandits, open a chest, and inside I find a sword of sapping. This sword does 10 points of magicka damage. This will be crucial in my success. Just kidding, who cares about that? I'm only using it because I feel like I've harnessed the power of a wizard smurf. I'm sure this special takedown would have been mind-blowing in 2011, but unfortunately nostalgia from my previous times playing Skyrim is plagued by 6-year-old me crapping my pantyhose as a huge virtual spider ran at me on my family's 48-inch television. I'm so grateful I finally found a game that really allows me to immerse myself, giving me the freedom to reenact certain things I personally do on a regular basis in the real world. Things like stabbing medieval women, lighting wild dogs on fire, and chasing down random pedestrians in the street. I'm just kidding again, I don't stab medieval women. This man I was chasing down the street ends up being my prisoner friend Raylof, who 11 minutes and 42 seconds earlier said we should go our separate ways. He transforms himself into a mountain, and I follow him into Riverwood, where I meet Gerda. Characters' names in fantasy games always amaze me. I can't wait to be sent on the quest of meeting King Royal Archduke Henderson Uzbekistan the 14th to resolve a meat trade. I tell Gerda about the dragon who attacked, and she says I need to warn Jarl Balgruf in Whiterun. While making my way to Whiterun, I would like to quickly clear something up. It may seem like I'm trashing on Skyrim, but if you wait till the end of the video, you'll see I've constructed a method of ranking games I play that is so advanced I may be arrested for releasing it to the general public. I apparently call it the ruined skelay. So stick around because you will be shocked by the results. I notice this giant getting torched, and I find these guys who are from this group known as the Companions, or as I like to call them, the Canadians.
An outsider, eh?
I try to join their boy band, but I need to speak with their leader in Whiterun. So I head into Whiterun using what I think was an accidental speedrun method. This guard asks me to pay up a bounty, loading me directly in front of my objectives. First, I meet Jarl Balgruf the Greater, and I immediately begin questioning, who is he greater than? He certainly is greater than his little bitch boy, who stands to his right blabbing on while nobody acknowledges him. But now is when I finally begin the long avoided quest. Bleak Falls Barrow. Shivers trickling down my spine, my heart pounding. 12 years ago, I set out to obtain the Dragonstone, falling short to a creepy crawly, blocking my path to glory. But I'm a big boy now. I may or may not have screamed a few days ago while a tiny spider crawled towards me in the bathroom, but that's not the point. I will get my revenge. I set off with my new objective of leveling up and finding some better gear, so who better to go to than the Canadians? As I reach the Canadians' residence, I quite literally start floating, listening to this game's soundtrack. Bro, this is actually beautiful. I finish crying and head inside where these two are dueling. I'm unsure of the powers these Canucks will teach me, but they seem to be connecting punches without the requirement of making contact with their opponent. I strive to learn these dark arts as I think this power would allow me to stand as far away as possible while fighting the spider. So I head downstairs to meet their leader, who I'll call Padlock Gucci Man. Padlock sends his boyfriend Vilkas to test my might. I shart all over his face, leaving him no choice but to think, holy balls, this guy is insane. So they make me a Canadian and send me to beat up this chick. I forgot the reason behind this brawl, but the guards didn't seem to care that I was punching a woman in broad daylight, so it must have been for a valid reason. Yor sends this guy Farkas and I on a quest to collect another fragment of Uthrad located in Dustman's Cairn. Farkas runs off with his comically large sword while I get jump scared by this avatar looking moron. On my way to Dustman's Cairn, I find Manny, or formerly known as Manfred. Am I the only one who had no clue that was his actual name? I ask him when Ice Age 7 is dropping and he bolts after me. It's a shame what fame does to a mammoth. Heading underground, it's not looking good for me as I discover I am quite weak in comparison to my enemies. I begin questioning if I will ever be able to conquer the spider as I struggle to take out this Drake. Nothing is effective against him. Not even my highly regarded cremation method and use of saying no more Mr. Nice Guy before hitting him would work. I needed to find some better gear, but I ran into a major problem. If it's not already clear, I despise horror games. So getting jump scared by my allies, mixed with a room filled with spiderwebs, left me debating whether to even continue playing or just give up. I swear I'm not playing up this fear of spiders for the video. I once had to stop playing Spyro, a literal game for children, because one of the sections required me to run past these big metal spiders. I removed two ladies' breast implants, waste all 16 of my lockpicks on a master chest because I'm too stubborn to accept defeat, and experience my worst jump scare from Johnny Silverhand. I've actually just shut myself. I hit a sick 360 while grinning, and this skeleton understands how cool it was, so he smiles back, assuring me it's a good clip for my Skyrim montage. That montage is dropping this Tuesday, titled My Parents Don't Love Me. Walking down these stairs, I clearly see the trap, but I stand on it anyways, causing Farkas to get ass blasted by these poison darts. It's clear Farkas is considering pursuing a career in TikTok light skin staring instead of this Canadian thing. I have a mental breakdown as I unknowingly enter a spider nest. I figured since Farkas one-taps everything in his path, I could lead him into the room and let him kill them for me. He continues to look smacks in a vegetative state, so I try to be brave and immediately shit myself. Hell no! I'm uninstalling. I decide to test my closed eyes theory in preparation for the boss fight, and it works somewhat flawlessly. The only problem is understanding when to stop swinging, because I took my earphones out as the sound of their legs freaks me out. I finally make it to the tablet of Uthrad. It also appears my character is schizophrenic as I begin hearing Vikings chanting racial slurs. I inherit the strength minus the racism part, take out some drakes, and exit the caves. I head back to the Canadians to officially become a member, and they start to get a little too comfortable already. Someone let me know if this is common public behavior in Canada. It appears Padlock Gucci Mane is also schizophrenic as he welcomes me into this noble group. Now, for all the marbles. I've put in the work. I've perfected my craft. And I am now so unbelievably strong at level 4. I believe I am now capable of defeating the spider once and for all, beginning my journey to becoming Dragonborn. I stack up on mostly cabbage and goat cheese, and I make my way to Bleak Falls Barrow. Speaking as a Skyrim veteran, you played this game incorrectly if you didn't scale the side of this mountain. If you're a Skyrim veteran, let me know by commenting the phrase, "There's probably enough glass in my cupboard to build an undersea aquarium." I enter Bleak Falls Barrow, get some quick cremation practice in, and am immediately confronted by layers of webs. However, I was no longer afraid. I reached the point of no return. Webs everywhere. I knew that I was just mere seconds away from fighting my personal hardest Skyrim boss. Not because of a lack of in-game strength. No. A mental battle. The confrontation of my life's greatest fear. Here it is. Right behind these webs stands the beast that has prevented me from experiencing an amazing game for the last 12 years. I lied about no longer being afraid. I stood here for several minutes trying to hype myself up. Let's do it. 12 years of fear. I've finally won. No joke, this was actually terrifying for me. You're probably watching this like, this dude's a puss. I was wondering when I would do something like that, since I did buy the special edition of this game. While running to retrieve the Dragonstone, I discovered that you can dual wield swords in this game. Why has no one ever told me? The Game of the Year 2023. I head into the Sanctum, crack an ancient code using only my advanced intelligence, and here it is. More racial slur, the power to become a Jedi in Skyrim, and most importantly, on Overlord Drake's corpse, the Dragonstone. I am now free to conquer the world of Skyrim and become Dragonborn. Now, for my ruined Sklave verdicts, it ruined my life. Because I had so much fun. All I want to do is keep playing. Seriously, I've had to hold myself off from playing this game while I finish making this video, because I knew if I didn't, this video wouldn't have come out for at least another month. This was technically my first proper experience playing Skyrim. Some friends have been trying to tell me to play it for many years, but I never listened because they never told me there was dual wield. If you enjoyed, let me know if you would like to see some more Skyrim videos. I'm gonna play through the game anyway, so I might as well make some videos from it. Also, let me know any good mods or challenges you would like to see to make them a bit more interesting. Anyways, man, remember to take Clyde's advice.
Like and subscribe, losers.
And as always, stay sweet.